Yo, what's up guys, my name is Hakiii, and in this video we're going to be looking at the most expensive things you can buy in GTA Online. Some of these are extremely overpriced and some of these are actually pretty cool. So if you go on to enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and drop a sub so you never miss any more awesome videos like these. Turn on the notification bell too while you're at it. I'm working with ExpressVPN to give you the best deal for the best VPN out there, not only for gaming but also for everything else the internet has to offer. I use it on a daily basis as well, so visit expressvpn.com/Hakiii down below in the description to see how you can get 3 months free. First up, we have the Maze Bank Tower office. This comes to a total of about $12 million. The thing is, the office itself is only $4 million, but it has so many add-ons to it that's gonna get the total up to about triple that amount to $12 million. It could technically be more than that if you count the vehicle warehouse you buy after, if you want to do the vehicle cargo missions, but I guess I'll include that separately. If you're gonna buy an office in this game, you're definitely gonna have to upgrade it a bit. That's what basically everybody does. You got the decor of it, which is basically the interior style. You're probably gonna want to change that. The nicer ones are usually more expensive, and that alone could be up to an extra $1 million, which is just insane. You can buy a gun locker for an extra $520,000. I don't know anyone that actually uses it. It's pretty pointless. You also have your safe, which is also pointless. That's gonna be an extra $335K. It's basically an option to flex, nothing more than that. And then a sleeping quarters so you can spawn there is an extra $800K. So that alone is gonna be like, what, $7 million? You might be wondering how I got to an estimate of $12 million, and that's because of the extra garages and custom vehicle workshop you can buy with it. And people do it anyway. I mean, it's tons of garage storage. The first garage you buy is the most expensive, and then the other two are gonna be a little less expensive. So office garage 1 could be up to $2 million by itself, and then office garage 2 and 3 could be up to around $1.5 million each. Plus buying a custom vehicle workshop, that's an extra like $850K about that. So buying these 3 garages plus the vehicle workshop and customizing all of them, that's going to be an extra $5 to $6 million on top of the office itself. And the next one is also connected to the office. You buy it through the CEO office computer. You can even include it in the same one as the office, so the total would be like around 15 to 16 million. So if you go inside the office computer and you do buy yourself a vehicle warehouse, the most expensive one I believe is 2.85 million, so almost $3 million on top of the office and on top of the vehicle workshop in the 3 garages you bought with it. And that is the most expensive you can get with the office overall, so it might not cost like around 15 or 16 mil for you, but you're definitely gonna have to spend a lot for whichever office you get. Let's move on to probably the worstly overpriced vehicle in the game, and that is the Luxor Deluxe. It's basically a gold jet with a few amenities and a few little features, and they decided to give it a $10 million price tag. Yeah, you can say it's the ultimate flex, but it's just so overpriced and you're getting very little value for this extremely high price tag. It's exactly like the black jets that spawn at the airport, just in gold. It can withstand 1 homing missile, which is I guess nice, but it's not worth 10 mil. And you can drink champagne in the back and I think access the internet, which you can do on your phone anyway at any time. So besides it being the ultimate flex, there's really no reason to buy this plane. It does go on sale fairly often though, so it's not like Rockstar doesn't know they messed up the price with this one. So if you do manage to find it like 70% off, even though I still don't think that's worth it, I guess it's better to buy it for like 3 mil instead of 10 mil or even 5 mil. Let's move on to the P996 Lazer. It's basically a good old fighter jet. I also think this one's a bit overpriced, but definitely not nearly as overpriced as the Luxor Deluxe. 6.5 million bucks is definitely a lot of money, but you're actually getting some value here. You can actually customize it to whatever color you want, although you need a hanger for that. So if you don't have a hanger yet, I guess that is kind of an add-on with this one. Some people like to argue the Hydra is a bit better. I mean, the Hydra does have the hover mode where it acts kind of like a helicopter, and the Lazer doesn't have that, and the Hydra is I think like half the price of it, but you cannot customize the Hydra, so I guess there is kind of a little debate about that. But one thing's for sure, the Lazer is a lot more expensive and definitely one of the most expensive things in the game. Next, we're gonna move on to the agency. It's actually one of the better valued things on this list. For being on this most expensive list, it's actually pretty good to buy. Let's first go into how much it costs. So the base price is gonna be 2.8 million for the most expensive one and around 2 million for the cheapest one. That's the base price, and then for the customization and upgrades, it could be up to around an extra $2.6 million. So overall, the most expensive agency you can get is around $5.5 million. Now the reason I think it's good to buy even though it's so expensive is because you get a lot of really good stuff with it. You don't have as many add-ons as with the Office, you just have the customization and that's about it. So you're not going to go from a $4 million Office all the way up to a $15 or $16 million total. With all the add-ons it's got, it's only going to be up to about a third of the Office. And there's some really awesome stuff you can do with the agency. You got a lot of great ways to make money. You got the Dr. Dre heist, you got security contracts, you got the payphone hits, and in the process of playing those, you're gonna unlock really cool contacts like Amani and Franklin, which also give you some cool options on the phone when you call them up. And arguably the best feature with the agency is you can pet Chop the dog. I know that's a lot of people's favorites, even more than the making money part. Next one is the super yacht. This could be up to $10 million. Once again, that $10 million price tag, it seems to be a little bit of a common theme here. The Aquarius one is the most expensive at a base price of $8 million. So the base price alone is $8 million bucks. And then after all the customization and upgrades, you can probably imagine it's gonna be over 10 mil or just a few million extra. On one side, the super yacht is one of the cooler properties to have, and on the other side, you can also say it's just another property, just this time it looks a little cool on the water. It does have awesome customization though, like gold railings and different colored lighting, different color schemes. You can also have a flag, and you can name your yacht to whatever you want as long as it's appropriate by Rockstar's terms. And of course, you also have your relaxing hot tub and then a helicopter, a private one with a nice looking helipad. I think there's like 2 or 3 helipads if you buy the most expensive yacht, that is. Let's go into another one that might seem a little similar to a previous one we've done, and that is the Swift Deluxe. It's basically the Luxor Deluxe's little brother, you can say. It's also part of the overpriced gold aircrafts family. I guess that's what I'll call it. Like the jet version, there isn't anything too special about it. Once again, it's just a gold aircraft, in this case a helicopter. If you go in the back of it, you can drink some champagne and access the internet, which you can do anyway. So it's got that little more luxurious feel to it, but besides that, it's just a typical helicopter, and it comes in at a ridiculous price of $5,150,000 bucks. I'm happy to announce I do not recommend buying this. Next one is the Ruiner 2000. It's got a price of $5,745,000 and actually $600, basically 5.75 million, you can say. It's got a trade price of just above 4.3 million, which is a little less hefty, but it's definitely still super expensive. It's a sick vehicle. It's got some awesome abilities. You can boost up into the air and then deploy a parachute. That would be fun to do on top of Mount Chiliad now that I think about it. It's got homing missiles, and customizing it is only going to be about $250K, which is really cheap compared to everything else we looked at in this video. The total price would get to about $6 million. And now for some honorable mentions, we got the Bombushka, the Tula, and the Arena War Cerberus. And now that you know the most expensive things in the game, click the video on screen now for the most useless things that exist in GTA 5 Online. I hope you all enjoyed that video, and peace.